Okay, 3 keys and 1 easy trick to get you hitting longer and straighter drives. Let's do it. First key is ball position, and ball position is of paramount importance because we're trying to do 2 things. We're trying to swing up on the ball with a club path that's in to out. And if we can do those both correctly, we've limited the amount of spin on the ball, which promotes distance, and we've created a launch angle that does the same. Now here's how you set it up. You're going to take the ball once it's teed up and put it between your 2 feet that are now side by side. You're going to take your left foot and move it 4 inches away, just a foot width, and then take your right foot and move yourself into an athletic or dynamic stance. So now maybe you're thinking, well, if I want to swing up on it, why don't I just put the ball more forward in my stance? Well, let's exaggerate both sides, all right? So lead side, if I put it up here, I can't catch that ball on the way up because I'm going to bottom out too quick. I'm going to drop kick it. So the only way to hit that ball without turf interference is to swing out to in. That promotes a spin that's going to take your ball off the planet. Now, let's move it too far back. Let's put it, say, closer to your right foot. Well, that gets that club path in to out. That's easy. We're not going to go out to in and smash in the ground. This part works. What doesn't work, though, is angle of attack and club face and impact. So again, set up, ball middle, step out, athletic stance. That's proper. Now that you know ball position, key number 2 is stance. Now stance, I've already put a rod down to where this is square to my target line. But for us, with the driver, we want to make sure that we're not square to it. We want to take our right side, or really our whole trail side, and move it away from the ball. We essentially want to feel like our lead side is covering our trail side, hiding our trail side from the target. So when you set up, you're going to go square, drop your right foot back, and feel as though you're going to take your chest and have it point right at the ball along with your pelvis. We want to do this because when you get to the top, we want to be deep enough, and deep or good depth should be kept into the handle over your trail heel. If we are too high or too far out front, it is going to be too difficult for us to come down, swing in to out, and more importantly up. We'll go shallow, out to in. So set up, square, take your right foot back, right side, close your chest, and just make sure that you can get deep in the way back. Third key, pressure. And pressure is what probably gets you into trouble the most because I'm not certain if you know where you should or where you shouldn't be. So here's how we're going to take a look and find out if you're doing it the right way. Once you set up, you want to make sure that you can lift your heels and go straight up. What I did there was I had too much weight on my heels, or too much pressure rather, and I had to move forward to get my heels to come up. If we're set up correctly and your feet are really under your hips, when you lift up your heels, you should be able to go straight up and straight back down. That's how you know you've got your pressures correctly. And here's a great drill for it. When you get yourself some time, take your stance and move up against a wall in your house. Put your head a finger width away from that wall and take your setup. Try to lift your heels up, and if you can lift your heels up without your head touching the wall, congratulations, your pressures are good. If you keep bumping the wall, move your feet further away, and that's how you'll know where your setup should be as far as pressures are concerned. Okay, so now it's time for the trick. This thing's fantastic. 14 inches of foam noodle, cut at an angle, cross cut at the base, take a golf ball, stick it in until it's flush to the top. You're going to move it, once the ball's teed up, you're going to move it back about 2.5 feet and have the angle side pointing towards you. We're going to try to give your brain something to avoid to help promote you swinging in to out. So if you hit it, it's only foam. You'll be okay. So we set up, same way we did before, 4 inches back, right side back, good posture, good pressure, and we're going to miss this foam noodle back and through. Easy swing at first. Not too bad. So that's 275. I'll hit that easy. And I didn't kill it. I just worked the pressures, positions, and keys, and the trick. That's going to help all of you out. And if you want to learn how to hit crispy irons, check out this link.